tell a lot about the male perspective that other people may overlook. Passport Bro tells you that men like to have the upper hand, men like to be in the position of power, men like vulnerable women because passport bros they go to countries where women are like second class citizens. They are vulnerable and they want to have the upper hand because they are considered as a catch. All men wants to be viewed as a catch. So passport bros, they are going to places where, quote unquote, where they are appreciated, okay, where they are wanted, where they are celebrated. But this celebration, there is a hidden fee to pay. And the fee that they have to pay is the monetary value that age attached to be a passport bros. And they do not mind that aspect, okay? They do not mind the aspect of being considered or treated as how you call it, a means to an end, okay, as long as they are in power. So passport bro tells you that most men will accept to be used by a woman as long as they are being lied to or given the delusion of a savior, okay, the savior complex, okay. They want to be how you call it, viewed as a savior. Oh, come save my life, and things like that. They want to be in position of where they're making all the decision. They are leaving a country like America and going to countries where the cost of living is very low and their little dollar is going to go further. All right. Hi, happy Saturday. While the passport bros are away, ladies, I'm in play. Oh yeah, of course, you have more options, man. How are you? So as I was saying, this phenomena is just tells you the male nature, and it is a disturbing fact because these men they are there to use these women. Okay, that's how come they want to be placed in that position of power, whereby the dynamics are not in the favor of the woman. Okay, they want to take advantage of that. They want to be viewed as a god. Okay, they want that persona whereby these women, are viewing them and treating them like god, and they are claiming that these American women or the European women that these passport bros are running away from are very unruly, ungodly. Oh my God, we don't like these women. The way they're treating us in America, they're very disrespectful, Miss Independent. We have to go to these women. But what happens? They end up used, they end up diseased, they end up coming to these countries with all the issues, okay? They end up being robbed. And it's so silly because I'm like, what happened for the God complex or the Savior complex? What happened to that? Okay, so I just don't understand these perspective of these men. I'm like, why do you want to be accepted by a woman who is clearly using you, but you don't see that because she is giving you a good sex, I guess. I don't know how good that is because if her, how you call it, her livelihood may depend on that, of course it's going to be good. But how come it is not sustainable? Someone has to definitely carry out a statistics and find out the success rate of passport bros. How successful are they? How come they all end up coming to America? They say that opposite attract because, what you're not used to is seem or it looks very intriguing at first until you get used to it. Once you get used to it, that aspect is going to change, isn't it? Because it get boring. When something is new or new relationship, new coochie, new whatever it is, it has that mysteriousness, okay, whereby we feel as if this is the end of the world. Okay, before this there was nothing, and after this there won't be any. You are happy for a moment, but how long are you going to live like that, whereby you feel as if these women are using you? What happened? What is the mentality of these passport bros? I can tell you their mentality. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They go to countries where polygamy may be accepted. They go to countries where it is okay to cheat on women. They go to countries where women have no say so. I wouldn't want to be with a man who thinks this way. I wouldn't want to be with a man. I will never be with an ex-passport bros. How about that? I need your resume. Where have you been? Have you been to Thailand? Have you been to Brazil? And also these passport bros, okay, their ego is so heightened when they travel abroad and come back to the US. They feel as if they can get the 10, meaning the most beautiful woman in America, just because they were able to get a 10 in those countries. The 10 in those countries cannot compare to the 10 in America, because the women in America or in Europe have the money to sustain themselves. They don't need you. So their love is genuine. So most of those women that you claim you're being with, you passport bro, guess what? She can be a 10, but she cannot compare to a 10 in America, because the woman who is a 10 in America doesn't need your money. She doesn't need your mullah. If she gives you her heart, she's giving it to you because she wanted to, not because you can provide for her. No, she can even provide for your behind. How about that, my dear? You want to talk? We can proceed. I have time. Look, I'm on a walk from here. I'm going to the gym. I'll be jumping on the treadmill. No, I don't do treadmill anymore. I'll be jumping on the Stairmasters. All right? Look how beautiful this is. Passport bros. Yeah, no woman will use you in America. If she gives you her heart, she's giving it to you because she wants to, not because you can provide for her, not because you're American or you smell of a dollar, or not because you're European. Why are you gravitated towards countries, okay, that are going to offer you, the most beautiful woman, but the woman that for some reason they all need help? Have you saved yourself before you can save those women? That's my question. Oh my God, guys, this place is so beautiful. I wish I can show you guys. Look, look, look. Can you see? Look at this. He said, I love your channel. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look at how beautiful this place is. I don't think there's any amount of a passport bro that can, provide this type of peace for me. You know what I mean? I don't need you to save me. Someone will say, Rose, no one is talking about you being safe. The topic at hand is that I would like for those women, even outside of the US, to stay away from these passport bros, because I feel as if they are dangerous, okay? Any man that want to have the upper hand to a point where he has to travel outside of a country to feel like a man, you have an issue. Yeah, I'm sorry. You have an issue. I would respect a man who would like a competition, who would like to compete with the men of his country. Like you are from the US, right? Compete with every man in the US and get the baddest ladies, okay? The baddies. Am I a baddie? Nah, someone was why are you injecting yourself into this? Look at me. Am I a baddie? Yeah, yes, passport bros. Look at this. Is that not what you're going for in how you call it, in Thailand and Brazil and all those Cambodia, wherever you call it, to learn their bodies? Is it not what it is? I would say so. I would say that's why you go there. You go to all these countries to be with the woman that you wouldn't otherwise have access to in the US. I would like to say that is called sex tourism. These passport bros, everything they are practicing is sex tourism. I'm sorry. It is a covert word. Passport bros, oh, we want better woman, we want better this, we want better that. It's not that they're seeking something better. They're just seeking better sexual experiences, maybe. They just want to have their cake and eat it too. All they're seeking is that they cannot keep their little wood in their pants. They just want to go to countries where they can freely run rampant. How about that? And be desired and wanted. I would respect you more if you could be the most desirable man in Babylon, instead of you running away from Babylon and going to those countries where you know they're suffering, they will view you as God. I don't want that. I'm sorry. It's like, can you cheat on an exam or just pass an exam and study hard? Which one is more rewarding? I would like to say cheating is not rewarding, but studying hard for an exam and passing that exam is more rewarding than, cheating on an exam. So passport bros, I'm here by saying that you guys lack self esteem. You guys lack the confidence, and I'm not impressed by that performance. Some would say, who cares about you being impressed or not, bros? We don't care as long as we're getting laid. Yep, you're getting laid and you are getting mugged. How about that? I have seen countless videos whereby these passport bros are getting mugged, guys. Honestly speaking, like those women, or maybe is it Mexico? I don't know, but one of these days, I saw. Oh, let me show you guys. Look, I'm in the jungle. I'm in the jungle. Okay, I'm in the jungle. I'm in the jungle. Passport bros, please don't come find me here. I don't need a passport bro here. Okay, I'm in the jungle. Stay away from me. Oh my god! And I can smell them from miles away, those passport bros. Because I speak with an accent when they see me. Where are you from? Yeah, of course. Where am I from? I'm in America, so I'm Americanized, it is. So passport bros, I don't think you guys find me attractive, okay? Because you're like, she is an Americanized. What you guys are not realizing, for my fellow passport bros, fellows, whatever you call yourself, I'm here by saying that when you bring those women here, they're going to become worse than the woman you left in this country for. Remember, you went to Cambodia or Thailand or wherever you took your behind or dirty self to have access to better women. Guess what is happening? When you bring those women in this country, they will leave you behind the moment they get their paperwork together. They're going to leave you. They don't find you attractive. With that belly of yours. So, Mr. Rosa, why are you fat shaming? I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying that most passport bros are not desirable men anyway. You are not desirable in your own country anyway. That's how come you're taking your belly to a different country so you can be romanticized because you are viewed as God. But I'm here by telling you, when you take your behind, or when you bring those women in this country, they are going to become worse than the American woman that you claim are not good woman, or the European woman. Do you understand me? When you bring your woman from wherever you are getting her from and bring her to live with you in Europe or in America, she's going to become Americanized. Americanized, yes. Americanized or Europeanized, if that is English. Yep, she will. And she's going to learn the system and she's going to use that system against your ass. I'm hereby saying you deserve it, my dear. You deserve it. And before you know it, guess what? You are going to take your passport again and travel to different countries. I heard that you guys were coming down with a lot of diseases or comorbidities. Not comorbidities. Here we talk about comorbidities, meaning, of course, your ex got diabetes or things like that. We are talking about transmissible diseases. I don't want to get too technical, but the last time, I learned about you behinds is that you guys were, being predisposed to a lot of, how you call it, diseases that you could transmit to those women. I'm hereby saying for the women in those countries, be very careful of those passport bros. Have their tests or blood work done, okay? Don't just know them by face value. Take them to the doctor. Now let's talk about the passport of their health. The passport of their health, yes. Not the I'm sorry. The passport of their behind, like, hey, yeah, passport bros, granted. But can I see your my chart? Yeah. I know those women, they don't ask those questions. They just want to survive. And it's sad, okay? A woman without power or means is very sad. You reveal the ugliest man in Babylon has the most attractive man in Babylon. It's sad. I'm so sorry. Okay, very, very, very sad. There's nothing to brag about. Okay, I'm not proud or impressed by passport bros, how you call it, their ways. It doesn't impress me. I'm sorry. I'd rather struggle in Africa where I'm from than to get with a passport bro. Now someone will say, Rose, hey, don't be too crazy. Guess what? If you were in Africa and a passport bro came to you, maybe you would have been a mail order bride or something. You're in America, so you can say whatever you want to say. But if you were in those countries, maybe you would have succumbed to the charm of passport bros. Okay? I'm like, yeah, that may have been a possibility. I never said never, but you know, one second, guys. Look, I don't want to fall in here because if I do, the passport bros, they're going to laugh at me and say, well, Rose, you were mocking us, but guess what? You just fell into the water. So again, I'm here by saying, any woman, wherever you are, to be honest, there's nothing better than having your own. No amount of money that a man can offer you is better than what you can earn. Let's say what you earn is not a lot, but it's dignifying. You have your dignity. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have your dignity and no one is telling you how you should live your life, I think that's all we should all aim for. All right. So again, on commentaries, I'm gonna answer from my password bros. My name is Rose, and I shall always remember the rules that you know. Bye, guys.